How many hearts have you broken with those great big beautiful eyes? Those great big beautiful eyes that tell such beautiful lies.
How many times have you kissed somebody like you kissed me then? I don't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all ships at sea. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you an important message from the Prepared Mind Network.
I talked to a student recently at one of our woke college campuses who said she is required in every class to introduce herself and to give her pronouns. Well, I'm Ted Cruz, and my pronoun is kiss my ass.
Throwing grenades, folks. It's Wednesday, hump day, but it's worse than that. I want to thank Orlando. I want to thank Heidi. I want to thank Ooman especially, and of course Jolene. Everyone who's been sending me information. Michael Brown sent me some stuff today. We got to separate the wheat from the chaff, or the good from the bad, and the ugly. But I'll tell you about some ugly right here, folks. Here is some ugly. You're going to be shocked to hear this. I was standing in line at a public store. This news story came through. And I went, what? And, two old dudes are standing there. And they're like, what is it? So I read them the headline. Leftist judge Engoron bars President Trump from giving his own closing argument in the rigged New York civil trial. Also coldly denies defense when they request a delay due to Melania Trump's mother's death. There's a denial of rights. There's just a level of ingratitude and hatred coming from the left. So the old men, they went, whoa, right? And let me tell you what, I don't know who they were. I'm the bearer of satirical news, right? One of them said, you know what? It's too bad you can't hang them twice. They're already dead. The other one said, you ever seen a target? You can shoot a target more than once, and it's just as satisfying to hit it a second, a third, a 10th, a 20th, until there's nothing left of the target to shoot. And I said, boy, you guys have some colorful euphemisms. We all kind of winked at each other and went on. Folks, this show is all satire all the time. I'm not talking about anything real, right? Nothing. Unbelievable. This Judge Engoron, this is the clown who plays for the camera. If Trump wants to do his own closing argument, why would you deny that? Well, I don't want him saying what he wants to say. Basically, it's a complete violation of free speech and your right to defend yourself. It's crazy. And it's just fucking discourteous to not give a delay and allow Trump to deal with his mother-in-law's death. This is not a 10-time felon. This is not a repeat offender. This is President Trump. And this little schmarmy pile of shit judge wants to do this. So when I heard, too bad you can only hang them once, I was like, well, a piñata hangs for a long time and everyone gets to walk up and hit it with a stick. Basically, the rest of the conversation went along the lines of they're all going to get theirs. Now, having said that, or rather repeated that, let me read you the names of some people. I want to thank Orlando for sending me this. This is interesting, and it showed up on Twitter X. It's X on twitter.com. They got a post there. Quite interesting. It is from Trader Girl Q. And if you think this is a website or a Twitter site that does stock tips, you've got something else coming. Is this real? Is this made up? I don't know. I'm not looking at it as news. I'm looking at it as entertainment, because this entire Epstein affair is just entertainment. It's not going to change the world, folks. Or is it? Okay, here it is from Trader Girl X. Important people, CEOs, powerful people that have stepped down in the past 7 days. This is not gang signs. This is the number 7. 5 and 2 is 7. They are on the Epstein list, folks. Are you ready for the number of people who have stepped down in the last 7 days that are on the Epstein list? JetBlue's CEO, Robin Hayes. This is a joke. This is satire. I'm not making accusations. JetBlue CEO, Robin Hayes. Co-founder and CEO, Jeff Lawson of Twilio. French Prime Minister Elizabeth Borne, Somaliland's Defense Minister Abdikhani Muhammad, Tariq Habash is the Department of Education, Judge Vice Vanessa D. Gilmore, Southern District of Texas, Frank Dean, President and CEO of Yosemite National Park Conservancy, InvestNet CEO Bill Krager, Affirmed Nevada AFMD CEO Dr. Adi Hoes, CEO of Mainline FinTech, XL Media Finance Chief CFO Caroline Ackroyd, Göteborg head Jonas Holmberg of Sweden is a movie director, Greenbrier Finance Chief Adrian Downs. I don't know if these people have done anything wrong. I don't even know if they're truly on the list, but I'm being told through this Twitter.com X post that these names are real and they're on the Epstein list and they've stepped down, which means resigned, according to this article. And I continue. Energy Minister Chris Skidmore of the UK. He signed the United Kingdom, Britain's net zero commitment into law. Derek Chapman, Board of Directors of Brighton. Mark Sugarman, Board of Director of Brighton. European Council President Charles Mitchell or Michael. Sam Porter, Swansea City's Board of Directors. Evergreen CEO Tara Rose. NRA CEO Wayne LaPierre. We all know that one because we talked about it. In the last 7 days, folks, all these people have stepped down. Now, Denmark's Queen Margrethe II. How does a queen step down? Do they abdicate their throne? Did the Queen of Denmark abdicate her throne? Crown Princess Mary of Denmark's longtime hairstylist, Soren Hedegaard. I guess you step down as the longtime hairstylist. Look at people. Queen's Park CEO Leanne Dempster. Senator Bob Menendez apparently was on the list and finally stepped down. Mitch Landrieu, Biden's infrastructure coordinator. Republican Party chairman of Florida, Christian Ziegler. Ann Carlson, Department of Transportation. The NHTSA, federal bureaucrat extraordinaire. Air National Guard Commander Mike DeFazio. PMV Pharma Finance COO Winston Kung. CEO Anthony Hughes of Tech Elevator. Roger Daltrey, Teenage Cancer Philanthropy. Judge Nigel Lithgow, So You Think You Can Dance. I guess that's a TV show or some shit. Harvard President Claudine Gay. Well, we kind of think we know why she stepped down, but are all these people on the list? Or are we just saying someone needs to cross-check them with the list? Still, are they on some other list? We don't know. It's all just a big bunch of names that have resigned the last 7 days. And we've got that Epstein list out there. Let me continue, shall we? MGM Springfield CEO and President Chris Kelly, Air Asia, Air Asia CEO Riyad Azmat, ISU Athletic Director Clinkscales, that's a name. Otrium CEO Zohariah Washington, Hydro One CFO Finance Chris Lopez, Republican Bill Johnson, Biennial or Istanbul Biennial Director. Folks, I have no way to check these people if they've resigned, stepped down, changed their underwear, or are on the Epstein list. They're just on this list here. Let's continue. Partner Marcus Dunlop, HD Vora ODP Corporation Board of Directors. Gina Fiandaca, Transportation Secretary, Healy Administration. The Washoe County Registrar, Jamie Rodriguez. Macron, to name a new government. Now, there's a quote here at the bottom in quotes. It says, Harvard's president might not be the last to lose her job over plagiarism claims. Oh, yeah, by the way, there's another college professoress who is in some trouble. Still think nothing is happening. The best is yet to come. Popcorn ready and whatever. I just found this list interesting. That seems to be like a lot of people who have stepped down in the last week. We got a lot happening. Anyways, I just thought, you know, I had to read the list. Got to read the list of people that have stepped down. Why? Kind of like the congressmen that are stepping down, resigning in the future, the near future, have resigned recently for no apparent reason other than they weren't getting their way or some shit like that. Anyways, we've got some stuff on that also. Yes, we do. I covered Whoopi Goldberg this morning. What a dumbass. Let's see. Let me get to this. This was a big deal to me. Oh, by the way, down below is a comment section. I invite you to get your comments down below. If you're at subscribestar.com or thepreparedmind.club, you can sign up for premium service and get here Monday through Friday live with me in the afternoon, right here in the bunker. And we can talk about what's going on, and you can put your questions up here. Doesn't cost you another penny. You just subscribe for $2 or more. Lots of people do. Now, this is important. The House Freedom Caucus. Those were the guys that threw out shitheel Kevin McCarthy and said, you know what? You didn't live up to your promises. You're fucking out. They took a vote and they threw his ass out of the speakership like a big, enormous crybaby sissy wimp. He resigned, not at the end of his term, but right at the new year. So the House Freedom Caucus members, they weigh a motion to vacate House Speaker MAGA Mike Johnson over the spending bill. So MAGA, supposedly Make America Great Again, Mike Johnson, what has he turned out to be? Well, a big spender, right? That's right. They're pissed off because of the spending bill. They want the border secured, the Freedom Caucus, or they're going to shut down the government. It's that easy. And they're calling Mike Johnson to the carpet over this bill. He's like, dude, what are you just giving them all the money they want for? Interesting, folks. Very interesting. And I've got a little bit of an update on that. A little bit. Where the heck is it? It's right here. Nope. That's some Hunter Biden stuff I found. Where is it? There we go. Let's just go with this. Oh, well, did you know they're now drafting articles of impeachment for Joe Biden? It's underway right now, according to House staffers. That means it's so out there that all of the peons that work for these goons known as congressmen, it's out there. And I say good. No more fucking talking. No more inquiries. Just vote on it, fuckers. We have all the information and have had it for years, not days, not weeks, not months, years. They've had everything they need on Joe Biden. Just get it done. It's folks, it's crazy. What is going on out there is crazy. It's hard for me to get over this. What is happening? Just crazy. Okay, so Hunter Biden. Hunter Biden. He shows up unannounced at Congress to deal with the bullshit from him, right? On his way out, a reporter asks Hunter Biden what kind of crack he smokes. Right? So he storms out, runs out, escapes from Congress. Hunter does. And a reporter says, hey, what kind of crack do you smoke? That's reporting. Shoving his criminality right in his face. And I want to know why Hunter Biden was not arrested. Literally. Representative Nancy Mace, a Republican, she has guts and she spoke up. She rips into Hunter Biden, right? He surprises the House. He shows up for the hearing about holding him in contempt. And she said, Hunter Biden should be arrested right here, right now, and go straight to jail. In my opinion, she's 100% correct. And she has guts and she spoke up. This is a big deal, folks. Congress represents all the people, supposedly. And every congressperson represents hundreds of thousands of Americans. And here we have this, right? A guy can just throw shit in the face of Congress and then show up and he gets to walk free. That is absolute bullshit. So good on Nancy Mace. And Big Marjorie Taylor Greene, she threw a little bit of her stuff out at Hunter as well. They subpoenaed him, right, for a closed-door deposition related to Biden family corruption, right? Influence peddling, using his dad, who is now president. And so Hunter said, I'm not going to do a closed-door one. I'm only going to do a public hearing, right? Anyways, Representative House Oversight Chairman James Comer, he's a House rep. He wanted contempt of Congress proceedings. So dipshit shows up, meaning Hunter. Representative Mace, she went off. And next or in line was GOP, Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene. She tried to question him and he ran out of the building. How is that even lawful, legal? These are literal, supposed to be legal proceedings, not a courtroom, mind you, but something quite different, a congressional hearing. If you can be forced to swear the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth at an administrative hearing, at a fucking deposition, how important is it to be seated and sworn in before Congress? You don't just leave because you're tired. I bet the son of a bitch had to go to the bathroom and snort a line. That's what someone told me. Anyways, unbelievable. You want to know what Marge Taylor Greene wrote? Hunter Biden traffics women for sex, but ran away when I was recognized to speak to him. The only women Hunter Biden likes to deal with are the women he hires for sex. Flies across the country, films and photos his disgusting porn with, and posts his nasty videos on porn sites. Hunter. Hunter can't handle being held accountable for the crimes he has committed. And that's what I don't understand. The man has committed crimes. Hookers, drugs for sale, weighing drugs, arguing about the value of said drugs, driving down the highway, filming himself going over 100, well over 100, on drugs, with drugs on the fucking dash. All of the emails, naming the big guy, all of the connections, family connections. the bribery, or rather financial extortion, as Vice President Joe Biden used to make sure Hunter didn't get in trouble. All of this, and the son of a bitch is allowed to get up and leave after being contemptuous. I just don't get it. Why would I allow myself to be held accountable for anything if this sack of shit and the rest of the sack of shit Bidens get away with it? The people want justice. The people want equal justice, not a two-tiered system. We want equal justice. When it's time to start hanging, and when it's time to start, after you hang up the target and shoot the target, everyone's going to want a shot at it. When it comes to hitting the piñata, everyone is going to want to hit the piñata. Doesn't matter if some candy spills out of the piñata. Everyone's going to want to hit it because we all love to hit a piñata that has earned it. Wow. Unbelievable. You want something nasty? Absolutely awful. I want to thank Fuzzy Fork for bringing this up. He sent me a video on it, but it was just absolutely awful. I went and found the article. In New York City, folks, you think shit has hit the fan? It's going to get way worse. They have a high school in New York City. Your tax dollars at every school around the country get your tax dollars, right? These schools get tax dollars. In New York City, they kicked kids out of their class because they need to house 2,000 illegal aliens. So if you don't go to school, you're truant. It's a crime as a child to not go to school. Parents can get in trouble for truancy. You have to go to school, right? But it's okay for the government to kick your kids out of school so that illegal immigrants can live in it. Oh, I know there's an illegal immigrant problem. I know the cities are overwhelmed. I know. It's off to the prepared mind I go. And this is what they're doing. And it gets better. It gets better. Are you ready for this one? Right? It gets better. Up in Massachusetts, both the governor and the lieutenant governor have declared an emergency. Well, did they have a tidal wave or a tsunami? Did they have an earthquake? Did they have a bomb cyclone or a polar vortex? None of those things. What's their emergency? There's a migrant crisis. How is a crisis an emergency? A crisis is a crisis. An emergency means government power is going to address something. You know what they're doing up there because of the migrant crisis? The governor and the lieutenant governor are asking the residents, meaning the American people, to put illegal immigrants in their homes. You want them in the schools? Fuck no, you're already being taxed. You're supposed to be getting children educated. Not fuck it, kids aren't getting educated anyway. They can't even figure out what their fucking gender is. So let's put illegals in the schools. And up in Massachusetts, you bet. Let's bring in illegal immigrants and then say, you go live in people's homes. It's beyond insane. What sane person would recommend that you take an unknown, complete and total stranger and put them in someone's home where they have family members? A lot of them will have children or elderly. There could be attractive women that need raping, according to these scumbag illegals. They could have valuable jewelry, money, art, electronics, televisions, toasters. Who knows what these scumbag illegals will do? How is it sane to make this suggestion? It is not just insane, in my opinion. It's beyond ludicrous. How, in my life, when would you ever hear a governor or the president or anyone with authority suggest you put a completely unknown stranger from another country, another culture, another system of law inside your home? Well, what if you have guns? You can protect yourself. What if you go to work and the son of a bitch gets to your fucking guns? Well, you keep them in a safe. How good is a gun in its safe when a crime is going on because you allowed an illegal alien into your home? And it's beyond contemptuous. I have complete and total fucking contempt for these guys, the governor and lieutenant governor, to suggest that regular citizens accept illegals, that is, people who have decided they're going to commit the crime of crossing our border, entering without permission, accepting our money as a fucking bribe / gift by the Democrats, and then expect people to put them in their fucking homes. What are they going to do? They're going to go sit in the shower and take hot showers all day so they feel all clean and fresh? It is above and beyond contemptuous, folks. It's beyond dangerous. This is what they're fucking doing. It's just crazy in my perspective. Crazy. Now, I wanted to give you a few minutes to think about Hunter Biden. He tells Congress, go fuck yourself. Then they hold a hearing on holding him contempt. The son of a bitch shows up. They try asking him questions. The motherfucker gets up and leaves. I'm going to give you a different perspective. Hunter is not the coward, folks. Nope, Hunter is not the coward. You know who the cowards are? Every Republican in there who did not stand up and do a citizen's arrest. That's who the cowards are. The Republicans did not have him arrested, and they themselves did not stand up and take direct action. That would have woken up America. The president's son was assaulted and attacked in Congress for trying to leave after being held for fucking contempt. He is a contemptible, slimy, worthless piece of shit. What jobs has he held that his dad didn't give him so they could siphon money out of corporations in other countries and funnel it into their bank accounts? Name one. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And Hunter Biden is the smartest man Joe Biden knows. Unfucking believable. But I'll tell you what, there might be a reason. There might be a reason that they're not arresting him. Could be because they're cowards, and it could be because of this. In Poland, folks, that's right, Poland, who's talking all kinds of shit about going in to Ukraine and fighting against the Russians. The Prime Minister of Poland, his name is Tusk, arrested his 2 opposition ministers. Now, the Prime Minister, folks, is not a president. A Prime Minister basically is the Speaker of the House. He is a Minister of Parliament, an MP, but he is the Prime Minister of Parliament. So he has now arrested 2 of the opposition ministers of Parliament. And he did it inside the presidential palace, no less. President Duda has already pardoned the 2. He's saying, I'm going to have them freed. Folks, how is it that the prime minister can have 2 people who disagree with him arrested? Well, I just said, hey, look, private citizen commits the crime. The crimes that we know about publicly. They're publicly out there. The dumb, stupid son of a bitch let his computer go at a computer store and wouldn't come and pick it up and pay for it. So the guy took it and handed it over to several people. Rudy Giuliani being one. We all have the information, not all of it, unfortunately. They should have arrested him right there. Hunter Biden, meet handcuffs. So the president in Poland tells the prime minister, hey, too bad you're pardoned over here. I want you to know, folks, it's not just Zelensky in Ukraine who is arresting his opposition speakers in government, in media, and even in the church and the military. Right? It's not just Biden and Biden Democrats who are arresting Trump supporters and trying to arrest and hold Trump and try Trump. It's not just them. Folks, it's the entire World Economic Forum, globalist power structure that is trying to control everything and eliminate all criticism. That's what's going on here. That is what's happening. Do you think that all this is fine? I do not. I do not think this is fine. It's all over us. I tell you, let's do it, folks. Let's go to the inner circle. Oh, and speaking of punching holes in targets, all right, we're back. Man lets me know there's a lot of questions, comments, thoughts out there. Let's get right to it. Who's up first? And it's Barking Wolf Spider. He said, anyone saw or heard anything about Fanny, that's fat ass and her Fanny, and her boy toy are in hot water for misappropriation of funds and personal gains from their office? This is typical Democrat fuckery. They're out there attacking, maligning, prosecuting Trump for manufactured crimes. At the same time, they're a bunch of crooked motherfuckers, sons of bitches. Right? I think I covered yesterday a little bit of it, Mr. Spider, that, they're under some scrutiny. And I think I said it was because she hired her boy toy boyfriend, who she's having sex with. I can't imagine that debacle, that spectacle, to work on the case against Trump. So it looks like they have some criminal nepotism they're going to be dealing with. Thank you, Barking Wolf Spider. Let's move along if we shall. Name redacted said, our side needs to stop accepting rules of engagement issued by the enemy, reject their reality, and assert our own, just like they do. Now, that's a great comment, great suggestion. Let's look at the facts. Let's look at some of the nuts and bolts of that. So on the right, on the Republican side, where normal people are, we think to ourselves, the government knows the rules. The government plays by the rules. It's supposed to be fair, which means equitable. Well, we've learned that the Republicans don't really know the rules. They're continually missing key options and opportunities, or they throw in the fucking game. So when we say we need to reject their reality and assert our own, oh yeah, we need to enforce the rules that are there and arrest fucking Hunter, period. And we need to assert reality. The laws are already there for misconduct, dereliction of duty, criminal contempt of the Constitution. Good God. How about contempt of Constitution? Violating the Constitution knowingly. Harassing the people. That's it. Go read the Declaration of Independence. It's all in there. We can hold them individually accountable and collectively. Now, they are doing what they want. The Democrat, socialist, fascist scumbags, communists. They're all those things all in one. They'll have communism for us, socialism amongst themselves, and fascism for the people at the top with all the money. That's how the system will work. Now, reject their reality. They're making up their own rules because they think they own the rule book, that it is guidelines and not strict rules, when in fact they put the strictest rules against you. Do they not? Against me. You bet. They have the strictest rule. Look what they're doing to Trump. They're applying rules that they're fucking making stuff up. Now, the rules of engagement in war used to be, when you see the enemy in the field of battle, you kill them. If something gets in your way, you blow it up, and then you kill the people hiding behind it. Those are the rules of engagement, not wait till the enemy shoots at you 12 times, 3 of your comrades fall down, and then you're allowed to tell them to stop it before you shoot. No, that's not. The government of the United States based out of Washington, D.C., a private corporation, by the way, will capture enemy combatants, take them to places like Guantanamo Bay, maybe Diego Garcia, other places around the planet, and torture people to get the information out of them they want. It's called enhanced interrogation. Enhanced interrogation. They allow that, but PFCs and Lance Corporals in the military, Army and Marine Corps specifically, you know, E1s, E2s, E3s, they're not allowed to defend themselves. Corporals, sergeants, they're not allowed to defend themselves from an enemy, right, who's threatening them with a grenade. It's fucking ridiculous. But the government can torture the shit out of people. And that's just fine. Anyways, I'm sick of the hypocrisy. When it comes down to it, folks, okay, as soon as the ball drops, right, the ball goes up, they ring the fucking bell. As soon as shit hits the fan, goes public. Mad Max style. Rules of engagement. We get all of that, talk nice, give a warning shot, all that shit goes away. It's going to be fucking mayhem. That list of people that have resigned, I don't know if they're on the Epstein list. Right? I don't know if they're on any list. I don't even know if they resigned, all of them. What I do know is that all of these people that are resigning, because I'm sure many people are, politicians, businessmen, military, etc., government bureaucrats, elected officials, I think they understand and realize part of their decision is being influenced by the fact that they and their family, their parents, their siblings, their spouses, and their children, and even their grandchildren, possibly their great-grandchildren, are going to be part of the show. In other words, they're going to be held accountable. We'll see. We're going to see. All righty. Thank you, name redacted. Mr. Uman, what else have we got up there? Village Idiot checks in. I just love that fucking dog. He said, did y'all ever wonder if all these military-aged invaders, meaning the illegal immigrants, will be rounded up and employed as riot control cops for when the cities have their food cut off? This is how it goes right here, Village Idiot. What are they going to be? Are they going to be conscripts for the government, as you suggest is possible? Or will they be told it's every man for himself? Help yourself to everybody. Break into their homes. Kill whoever you want. And be used as brown shirts. To be used as Hitler Youth, kind of like the Night of the Long Knives type thing, where they just, everyone is in a free-for-all, and now we've got 10 million fucking crazed lunatic invaders, and those are the ones that they can kind of count. How many other illegals were already here before Joe Biden came in? We know that Trump was trying to close the border, right? So what's it going to be? Are they going to be conscripted or signed up by the government and told, hey, you either come in here and become a knuckle dragger for us, or we're going to shoot you. Right? We know who you are. We know where you live. We'll, who knows what they're going to do. All I know is we have a lot of people who are military age, who have no real skills. They managed to survive and get to America and sneak in the country illegally. They'll do what they're told if they're caught. They'll do what they want if they're not. Either way, they're bad for you and me. Either way, they're going to earn themselves some hot lead. I guarantee it. You better act like you understand American culture and law. When shit goes down, the ball goes up, and it gets hot. Woo! Kind of a nice topic there, Village Idiot. Of course, this is all fantasy. You and I, we're all just imagining things are not good. Don't you know that Build Back Better works? Hell, Biden himself has told us about all the great jobs, how they've secured the border, how everyone has more money and the economy's fine and you can get whatever you want and The American dream is alive and well. Yada, yada, yada. I don't fucking think so. All right, Mr. Uman. We've got Roy, the crypto boy, back in action. And he has this to say about the migrants that are now living in the schools in New York City. It's just giving me a fucking headache. He says they have no means of support. Many with no employment options. Anyone traveling to another country legally is required to have proof of support. Why are migrants different? Well, let me tell you, Roy, the crypto boy, that's right. If you go to another country, depending on how long you're going to stay, they want to know that you've got money and a plane ticket out. Some of them require health insurance, not American health insurance, just any health insurance, because they don't want you going into their hospitals and saying, I can't pay my bills, and forcing that country to pay for your medicine. In other words, everything the United States does for these illegal, law-breaking, criminal sons of bitches is they let them in, they give them money, they feed them, they give them health care, they're giving them lodging, everything. Did you know, and many people don't, that you used to have money? You used to have to carry money. There was a minimum amount of money that you had to carry, or you were considered a vagrant. A vagrant. You had to show a cop money if he asked to see that you have money. Whether it was for food or lodging, you had to prove money. Migrants, why are migrants different than tourists? People just visiting. Because, Roy, we live in an insane fucking world run by self-destructive, you could say, pseudo-suicidal idiots, because they're killing themselves. I mean, literally, folks, whether you're talking about a lowly state assemblyman or city councilman up to congressional members and all the way up to the president, do you really think you're going to be exempt from the consequences of what you are doing? That's how fucking stupid they are, folks. The answer is yes. They think they are exempt. They do. And I'm going to give you a little example of why they're not. I told you in Ecuador the other day that masked terrorists armed with guns went into a news studio, took it over. Guess what? We got more information on that. It is drug cartels at war with the government over control of the state or country of Ecuador. The people that went into that news station were the foot soldiers of the narcotics drug lords, the drug cartels, the drug syndicates. Those same fucking people that are the foot soldiers, alley bashers of those narcotics, those drug cartels. They're up here in our country. The same young, worthless, untrained men who've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So they took control of that TV station because they want to put their propaganda out there. They want to, it's not just America, folks. But when that starts happening here, look out. Because it's coming. It truly is, folks. It is coming. Just wow. Okay, let's do it. Mr. Uman, who is up next? Chin Music says, Ray Epps, 0 jail time. Bannon, arrested. Peter Navarro, arrested at the airport. Hunter, nah, nada. Republicans are moose knuckles. Fucking moose knuckle. That's a good one, man. I haven't heard that one in probably a year. Moose knuckles. You know, I actually use a lot of my really good insults during the workday, but I like to save the best stuff for you guys. I don't think I can top moose knuckles today, Chin. True, but yeah. Hunter can commit egregious numbers of crimes, including contempt of Congress, failure to appear upon subpoena, which is a legal demand, and he can just get up and walk out. Bullshit. He should have been fucking tackled. Yeah, but important people like Peter Navarro, who is actually an administration member under Trump, the one man who stood up to Dr. Fuckhead Fauci. He literally stood up to him and shouted him down. The little mealy-mouthed, Keebler elf, lion fucking doctor piece of shit. Folks, the reason I'm so mad is I have had a friend die from the juice. For people who are new here, I had someone I knew, personally knew, dead from the juice. He got the juice, killed over right there on the fucking spot. Everyone seems to know somebody who has died from that shit. And you can't tell me that it's rare. Not to mention everyone who got sick, became ill, or suffered some sort of injury or health concern since then. Because of that little creepy pile of shit, Dr. Fauci. And this man, Peter Navarro, stood up to him and shouted him down and started the turn at the government level to knock that shit off. Arrest him at the airport. Arrest him, period. That's how despicable these people are, folks. That's how much of an enemy they are to us. That you cannot be powerful enough to escape their application of the law. You and I need to remember that. When it's go time, they are not allowed to escape. They can't beg their way out. They can't hold their children up in front of them. And they will. Yes, they will. All righty. Mr. Uman, who do we want to put up next? Thank you, Mr. Chin, for all your great support, etc. Uman says, apparently, they have sectioned off some of the terminals at Chicago's O'Hare Airport to house illegal immigrants, but just for the coming cold snap. Illegal sickles would be a bad visual and public relations nightmare. It's amazing to me. And fathom this. You're coming from hot portions of the world, be it North Africa, the Middle Eastern deserts, Central America, fucking hot, Mexico, the northern states or northern countries of South America. I keep saying states for countries because a state is a country. 50 United States. We're all individual countries. Anyways, back to these people. They come from hot brown areas. You're going to come up north to America without understanding it's going to get really fucking cold and you're going to die. You're going to come up to America without a job or any prospects or hopes. You're going to come up to America not knowing the language, not knowing the laws, not knowing the culture, not knowing the traditions. They're just coming here to fucking come here. Why? Yeah, they're going to turn into illegal sickles. They're going to be frozen hunks of brown meat on the sidewalk. Well, that would be bad PR. Who is doing this? Democrats. Every last one of them is a fucking Democrat. And even the Democrats are complaining about it, but they wouldn't stop it. We just want to regulate and make it a smoother process to bring these illegals into New York because we're a sanctuary city. We need more time to figure out what schools we're going to close so that, really, folks, that's what they are. You know, to figure out which schools to close in a systematic way. They just don't want them all coming at once. Unbelievable. Now, if all these people froze or a good significant portion of them on the streets, do you think that would stop George Soros and other scumbag billionaires and World Economic Forum members? You think it would stop them from paying them off and saying, hey, here's some money, head north. Go to America, we'll give you more. Nope, not going to stop them a bit, folks. They'll keep coming. I don't know what these dumb fuckers believe, but Chicago is cold. Cold can kill you. Heat can make you sweat a lot. Now, I'm sure it could kill a few people, but cold will freeze everyone literally like a fucking icicle to the bone. All right. Thank you, Mr. Uman. Good point. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you. Thank you. Chin Music says, same here, John. My fiance was forced to take it as a nurse at a military hospital. He's talking about the Jim Jones juice, folks. The Jim Jones juice. I tell you, we're going to make this a Pfizer Files update. Yep, Chin Music's fiance was forced to take the juice at a military hospital. She's fit as fuck and has nothing but problems since. That is a common complaint. People that are young, in good shape, children getting fucking heart conditions, pulmonary conditions, loss of health, always sick, just falling down stupid. I'm sorry that she was forced to take it. And when he says forced, they didn't hold her on the ground and jab her in the arm, folks. That's not what he's talking about. He's talking about taking someone and saying, you'll lose your job, you'll lose your career. We're going to take all your money. You ain't getting shit. Fuck you, go away. Unless you do as we say. And nurses, folks, 4 out of 5 of them, in my estimation and according to statistics, love telling other people what to do. And that 1 in 5 or 1 in 10 that says, you know what, I think for myself, they still have bills to pay. They got suckered. They got fucked. They got screwed. Now, Chin, I don't know your girl there. Don't know anything about her. I now know more than I've ever known, right? My thing is you know, we all had reservations. I can't imagine working with medical professionals who said everything is fine, and to do what they said and then in a professional way find out you were screwed and you were lied to. It's incredible to me. It's absolutely incredible to me how they screwed people over who trust them. Now, fortunately for me, Chin, and you and many others, we didn't trust government prior to that. Now, again, government doctors, the military, you're supposed to trust them. I don't trust anyone in government, anyone with government authority, period. Period. Federal government, state government, local government, I don't give a shit. I don't trust them. They're fucking liars. Anyone who has authority, I don't trust. That includes nurses, folks. You go to a hospital, if they don't like your attitude, they can have you locked up and held as dangerous. That's a lot of authority for someone to have over another human being. Anyone in government, I don't trust, period. I learned my fucking lesson a long time ago. Unfortunately, a lot of people weren't as, shall we say, jaded and experienced as us. And they were more trusting. And look what it got them. And it pisses me off. It pisses me off because they weren't awake yet. They didn't know. We all know now. But how many people will once again line up if they're told and go get more juice boosters? In fact, today, driving down the road, fucking lady in the SUV next to me, windows rolled up, had a mask on in her own vehicle, all by herself. I just looked at her and shook my fucking head. It's like, really? It's 2024. It's 3:50 in the afternoon. You're wearing a mask in your own car. Stupid. All right, Chin, I hope she gets better. I hope there's a way to get better. I hope she's detoxed or detoxing and can get over that crap. I really hope so. Mr. Uman, who wants to step up next? We got 5 minutes left in the show. And hey, it's Bonnie Blue 2A. She says this to Uman. 20 state attorney generals have submitted a letter to Biden's new Office of Gun Violence Prevention to ban the sale of .556 ammo from Lake City Ammunition Plant. And it's sold under the Winchester label. He wants them to stop selling it to the civilian market. This makes up approximately 40% of the civilian 5.56 market in the U.S. This is a big deal. This was a big fucking deal. And I wanted to talk about it. I've got it right here. It better have shown up in my email. Let's see. Germaphobe Howard Stern. MAGA conservatives are idiots. Let's see. No, that's not it. Ukraine path to victory. Oh, I got to tell you guys about that one. Let's see. I can't believe it. I cannot fucking believe that story disappeared. Because I was going to say, Joe Biden, number one, fuck off. The entire administration, fuck off when it comes to this ammunition ban. Oh, there was an idiot. What? I swear it was here. Dang it. They wanted to get rid of and stop the sale of military grade. Military grade was the expression, the term used. Number one, fuck off. Number two, fuck off. And there's no such thing as military grade. There isn't. There's no such thing as military grade. Number 3 point on this to Joe Biden and the government. Fuck off. The Second Amendment says, shall not be infringed. And number 4, fuck off, Joe Biden and government. Fine. Instead of military grade 5.56, we should only get hunter grade. That's right, folks. Hunting ammunition is much nastier. It's more accurate. It's higher speed. And the projectile is typically hollow with a tungsten core that penetrates. I think we should only sell that hunting grade to people with 5.56s. So what this is, it's an attempt to screw us over, to cut the ammunition supply, which would just raise the price. But there's nothing better to do for Joe Biden, for his administration, right? States, folks, states are countries. And if you're in a bad marriage, you get a divorce. States, if you're in a bad union, you divorce the federal government. You've tried to reconcile again and again and again, yet the government does nothing except punish you. Now, Ukraine now versus Russia. Get this, folks. Ukraine has a path to victory. Did you know that? I mean, why do they keep throwing billions of dollars at Ukraine? Do you believe they have a path to victory? That they can defeat Russia and win? Someone else wrote this, and I'm going to borrow it. In fact, I need to give credit where credit is due. The author of what I'm going to read you is Larry Johnson. Larry Johnson wrote this. Is there a path to victory? No. Admiral Rachel Levine, a dude pretending to be a woman who heads the United States Public Health Service Commissioned Corps, will give birth to a baby and breastfeed it before Ukraine wins. Right? Folks, pundits, mainstream media, politicians, and all the nitwits out there think Ukraine is going to win, and Dr. Levine, Admiral Levine. Why don't we just make up some more names and titles for this fruitcake of a person? Yep, Ukraine's going to win, and he is going to shoot a baby out the end of his dick and then breastfeed it. That's all going to happen. That's the world we're living in. Absolutely bonkers. Hey, don't believe me. This is just satire, right? I didn't say one fact today. It's all a joke. Or is it all real, and this is what they're doing, and they're destroying the country? You look around outside. Go to the store. Talk to some people. Look at all the people with purple, green, blue, red, ridiculous hair that's just fried from chemicals. Look at their piercings from their noses to their fucking eyebrows to their chin. And God knows what else they've got pierced. Fine. Look at the tattoos on them. That's fine. Lots of tattoos. I guess everything is normal now, right? Everything is normalized. Yep. Minor attracted persons, that's normal. Why not? Everything is normalized now. Do what you want. Criminality? No problem. Congress can fuck off. Who cares about border laws? But then I think they get one look at me. This haircut, this face, this color skin, my age, my gender. And they go, no. We're going to throw the book at that motherfucker if he does anything wrong. We got problems, folks. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi. Godspeed.